Bonjour, 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 comment ça va? Je suis Cotalia Benson, monométos de la livre Ranudou, de la roi Imperial monométos de la livre. Bienvenue sur mon chien. Welcome to my channel. I am Queen Cotalia, the Hoodoo Queen of the Imperial Court, monométos de la livre. In today's video, we are solely going to be doing a Hoodoo Q&A. But before we get into your questions, before we get into all of those things, I must first ask you to please subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, leave a sweet, kind comment below, hit your notification or postification button, and most of all, please share the video. So, I hope that everyone has had an incredible weekend. Give me 1 second. I just need to grab this. Sorry, there was something blocking my view here. But I hope everyone has had an incredible weekend. Who do we have in the house today? We have Jessica A in the house, Journey with K in the house, Monica Payne in the house, She-Mac in the house, hey, Shy B in the house, Aizen Conjure, Haitian Conjure, okay then, in the house, Raquela's in the house, Tammy A is in the house, Karen's mother, Impressive J, Jennifer Jolly. Hello, everybody. Please make sure that if you are joining today, to please give this video a thumbs up. It costs you nothing, nothing, nothing. Just give me a thumbs up. Thank you so very much. All right, I'm gonna restart my computer. For whatever reason, my screen here is like the connection is bad or something, but hey, what can I do? All right. I want to start off by saying thanks to everyone that decided to join me on my personal page for the live or the virtual listening party to my EP drop. I've been walking around singing your songs all weekend. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. It means the world to me. And I'm going to actually make a post. In just yesterday, I just asked everyone, like, hey, look, if you could join me at 9 p.m. to just listen to one song. And I asked for 20 people to do it. And I think almost 50 or 60 people decided to listen to a song. And maybe they listened to more than one song. I don't know. But what I do know is that the streams went up tremendously. And I'm just grateful for that. As I've mentioned to you all, this page is for spirituality, traditional spirituality, truth, and facts. Because truth and facts, and all of those things. But I don't use my spiritual platforms as spaces of entertainment. This is not a joke. This is not, we may joke around, but this is not a joke, but too many individuals are scammed on a regular basis. Too many people are hurt on a regular basis when it comes to these magical and traditional spiritual or just alternative spirituality, and I I will absolutely not be on here and giving you the clown circus de so conjure thing. And they understand that the louder I am and the more I snap and all of those things that, people like, yes, and all of those things, but it's like, no. Um, I leave that to the flying monkeys and the clowns and the puppets and whatnot. Um, so, anyways, today we are going to just have just a straight up conversation. Um, no, I did not see the Blue Hag movie coming out in 2024. Naturally, naturally, I'll have to put that on my As long as it's not coming out on Tubi, we should be good. We should be good. I'll have to play the trailer. I just pulled it up. hmm The trailer, yeah, the Geechee Witch, a story of the Blue Hag. Tubi has done a lot for the community. Which community? So, but yeah, so anyways, we are actually going to um so how we're going to get down this morning is I'm going to put a post, I'm going to put a link below in the chat here. And amen and ashe to Tubi. What is Netflix? Hype at the beginning. So I have made I made a link below if you want to join me here live to ask me any hoodoo questions at all about anything. If I can answer them, I will. If they are to be sacred and not known, I'm going to let you know that. Um, but yeah, so jump right on in. Okay. Uh, but yeah, so jump on. Alrighty, so let's see who we have here. I wish um that my screen here on my computer, oh, there, then it went correct once I clicked off of it. Rough and raggedy YouTube. All right. So there are people that are in the queue here, and I'm just going to I think we have Thorn Aizon and someone else. Just give me a brief moment because I thought I was going to the right place. Here we go. And then, all right. So with Thorn, Aizon, Nikam Mom kept well. So what are your questions? What questions do you have? Aizon?
Hello,
Hello, how are you?
hello. Um, so I was wondering, what would you do if a family member put a woman don't know what to?
Could you speak up, my dear? I can't understand you.
What do you do if a relative put a welcome mat by the door, right? And you know that it welcomes in bad spirits, bad energy, and quick tranquil spirits. What could you do to keep that from happening, like prevent it, without moving it?
Without moving it, well, first and foremost, depending on, you should always, first and foremost, divine to make sure that what you are suspecting is true, number one. Um, because is this welcome mat fixed with a spirit?
No, like a random welcome mat from the store. Yeah.
So why would you assume that it would welcome in tranquil spirits and bad spirits?
Because I've heard from many people that it was not good to have at your front door.
It'll what?
I heard from people that it wasn't good to have at your front door.
To have a welcome mat at your front door.
Yeah.
All right. So, excuse me if parents are listening or anybody else, parental supervision is advised. My dear, that's bullshit. Um, and it's just what it is. I'm gonna just call it as it is. A welcome mat is a simple welcome mat. There is nothing about a welcome mat. This kind of idea goes into people's creative conjuring spaces. For example, if you walk into a store, don't pick up crystals because you're going to put your energy on it. If that crystal is not an energy that's going to absorb, if the crystal is to absorb stress and you're happy, is not going to absorb your happiness. Um, if you walk by and you touch just a regular 7-day candle, you pick it up. I have not fixed this. There's nothing on this, me picking up, looking at it at all. Okay. Having a welcome mat by itself at the front door does nothing. That's why I asked, was it fixed? Because had they put goofa dust on it, then we got something to talk about. If they were to put an tranquil spirit on it, then we got something to talk about. If they were to have fixed it with le maudit or banishing or um poor health, sickness, sourness of the house, losing your money. If they crossed you up or fixed you in that way, then you have something to worry about. But outside of it just being a welcome mat, it's not saying I'm welcoming spirits. Let me tell y'all something. A welcome mat is not going to welcome spirits because it says welcome. A welcome mat isn't going to welcome your enemy because it says welcome. And that's just a regular person. All right. You have to summon a spirit. And sometimes you maybe accept a raggedy relative into your home because they're relatives. But the mat itself is not going to do anything at all. And y'all listen, like I said, I'm gonna just give it to you straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm not here to belittle you or berate you, but I do have to set things straight because a lot of you all are operating in this space of fear, doubt, worry, and this is how we get into this ridiculous modern one-dimensional ideology of everyone's doing something. Oh, it's energy, it's energy, it's spirit, it's spirit, it's spirit. And it's not that. It is not that at all. Um, so if there's a welcome mat by your front door, that's all that it is a welcome mat. If your welcome mat has been fixed, now we have something to talk about. So there's ways to do this. If your welcome mat has been fixed with a spirit, somebody done put something on the bottom of it and stuck a little bit of flour or wax so that it sticks there and it cannot move. So we got to do a sidewalk wash. We have to do a porch washing. We have to do that kind of thing. Once you have washed it with vinegar or lemon, you can do it with a cologne. You can do it with the vodka. Okay, you can do it with any of those things to sweep away from your space. Now, if this mat does in fact have something on it, remove the mat. If you cannot remove the mat, clean and cleanse the mat, and then protect the threshold. You can protect the threshold by utilizing a protection oil. We have protection oils at conjuresouth.com where you will anoint the door in the 5 point spot. You can absolutely place a mirror at your at the wall that is facing the front door. So to whomever or whatever approaches, it, it is sent back, it is reversed. You can lay down different protective herbs at your door in a line so they cannot cross. So you may do peppermint. You could do the home protection herb of basil, which is also incredibly effective as well. So that's um, is how you're going to want to do that, to be honest. Um, but again, so yes, if y'all ask me questions today, just trust and believe me. I'm going to give it to you straight, no chaser. Okay? Let me see what you said in here. I'm High Queen. I never received the essence oil from the mail in November service. They're out there. They all have been sent out, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so you should get it soon enough. Um, She said if it was that easy, we wouldn't have to do this work. Got it. Journey with Karen, thanks for clarifying about the quiz. I was told something like that about energy transfer if you touch them. It's a good question. Please talk about ways to use perfume de la maison. um, I put allspice in your shoes. Um, allspice is for success. Allspice is for luck. Um, but allspice is not for protection, because if you're trying to prevent if you're trying to prevent something from coming through the threshold, it doesn't matter how much luck you have there, they're going to still enter and affect that as well. I got my hydrant yesterday. Yay, thank you, Queen. You're so welcome. All right, so I hope that clears up things. But yes, because you do hear people on a regular basis um that you have people on a regular basis that talks about energy transfer. I'm gonna try not to be too profane because it really bothers the hell out of me. Especially when one, being the queen of my lineage, two, growing up in this space my whole life, the BS I hear on a regular basis. I just saw this book this morning that somebody wrote, Hoodoo for um some 20-year-old, early 30-year-old, hoodoo for um LGBTQ the LGBTQ community, trans community, just girls, just women kind of things. And it's like, if I didn't know no better, love was love. Love was love. There was no, oh well, this is how you love if you're a trans person. This is how you love if you're a woman. No, love is love. And so is these kinds of, I'm going to create my conjure, I'm going to create my hoodoo, and I'm going to put it out there. But again, a lot of people will make their money off of your fear. They are going to make money off of your fear. Oh, yes, this is that. So you can't do this, you can't do that. Don't come into the, when people came into my shop, touch what you want, pick up the book, pick up the candle, pick up the crystals. All right. Yes, if I was about this, let me just vibe like everybody. Oh, yes, we cleanse all of our products each and every day before people touch them and all of those things or whatever else. No, me picking up this candle does nothing. No matter how angry I am, no matter how upset I am, or any of those things. Okay? It does nothing to this candle. But if I had a little bit of this vanishing oil under my nails and I went into a store that I did not like and I wanted them to fail, I'm going to touch everything possible. But people are not operating like that.
Could a protection thing that they have a counter that
Counter what?
the banishment from the oil?
No, my dear. In Hoodoo, the only way to right a wrong is to right that wrong. So if it is something that they have done, and I'm going to tell y'all something else too. 99% of people that are doing workings do not have the heavy ashe to accomplish the things that they think they do, to be honest. It's very, very few magical people. There are a lot of practitioners. So if they're using general products, it first and foremost, it may hit, but it won't last long. When you get custom products, that's a whole nother situation. But even if that's the case, even if that's the case, if you do your cleaning and cleansing and protection, because here's the thing about it: if you clean, cleanse, and protect, they then have to come back behind you and do it again. They're going to have to lay it down again. They're going to have to put down a different mat with something up under it. But there's nothing that they're going to be able to do, especially if you get rid of the mat altogether and you burn it. That's a possible done deal. Now, here's the issue. Here's another issue. If that mat was fixed and you've walked on it, you've crossed it, you've been crossed, and now because the thing about it is the mat is not the work, it's to work you. And this is what I was trying to tell you guys earlier about when it comes to traditional hoodoo and living in these spaces. We didn't go into nobody's house and some, ooh, the energy, ooh, negativity. No, it was there's a spirit. It got to move. There's a spirit. Let's work this thing out. There's a spirit. Okay. Or you are crossed. This place is sour, etc. But it's not, oh, somebody was arguing in the space and now this has a negative vibe. I don't want that energy on me. Baby, you can be upset all day, every day. It's not going to affect me one bit, even if I'm an empath. Okay. If I know how to handle myself accordingly, be upset, baby. It don't bother me at all. It doesn't. If you are happy and I'm upset, I'm gonna be upset because you happy. It'll make me happy. So, anyways, I say all of that to just say, um, they would have to come back and do something else. But if you do protection work and you have the ability and the ashe for effective protection work, you will not be touched. You cannot be touched. And even if you are touched, it doesn't mean that you're going to be taken down.
Mm.
Okay. And um Nick and mom kept well. Do you have a question? Shy B Rock says, sometimes people I meet strangers and they feel they need to tell me personal or random things. Once a person told me I should keep a mirror in my purse to deflect negativity. And that's why you have to be open to hearing when your ancestors are speaking through people, from people, etc. Because that was like the short that I made yesterday about people like, oh well, the ancestors are going to come to me in my dreams. If you're only expecting for them to come through your dreams, you're not going to listen to the person and say, hey girl, walk with protection. or you listen to that song that's saying no, 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 or whatever. You have to be open to receiving these things from multiple spaces. Priscilla Ori says it makes us hate ourselves and our community thinking we have low energy and energy vampires. Um, a comprehensive guidebook for herbs would be awesome. So let me tell y'all, I actually in the institute in the institute we do talk about herbs and those kind of things, and I actually had a book about herbs that I was going to put out, and literally after I mentioned it, a historical iconic appropriator who works with a publishing company who also they don't care about your background, they don't care about your culture, they just want money and to sell books. They don't even care. And so they let any and everybody write books. And this woman, I think she's in Texas, non-person of color, um, not from Hoodoo. And in fact, she has communicated in many of her books that she had a mammy, um, and and a, um, and I think she called it a mammy. I want to say that she calls it in her book. Um, Essentially her nanny or whatever house, um, person, that taught her Hoodoo. And, turn right around, before I even could get my information out about the book, she quickly whipped up some kind of quick guidebook, and it's all inaccurate. Um, and this publication company put it right out. And so I'm just like, you know what? I can't keep operating. Here's the reality. It honestly, and more importantly, let me tell y'all this what's really important. I know this is real shady, but the same non person of color, okay, that is his historical iconic appropriator in Texas, was the leading spokesperson for this woman, a person of color, a woman of color in Texas, had a room full of Black women listening to this woman, this historical iconic appropriator, talk about when our ancestors came over on the ship. Pauline, what? Paulo Mayombe Pauline. What you say? Our Mojo Martha Stewart. Come again. Yes, when our people came over on the ship, and this, but here's the thing about it. I'm going to tell y'all about these sellouts. Let me tell you about the sellouts. You can't be too careful nowadays. You all look in your books when you buy your books, whatever, buy your books. I don't care. I would prefer you buy mine because there's no bibliography in the back, because everything is directly from source. Nothing from my Hoodoo books come from anybody and nobody else other than what my mother, grandmother, great grandmother, great aunts and uncles, and the lineage of Mona Meadows de la Nive has provided. But if they're people of color, look in their bibliography in the back. Why? Because you're going to see a list of appropriators, the books that they've taken their information from. If they don't put those things right there, they're going to be sued. Okay. But even people of color are providing this inaccurate information, wrong information. This woman of color in Texas, big, big, big personality. A lot of people know of her. Um, and and she had this woman talking to this group of Black women, and they're just yes, yes. I'm like, what in the Twilight Zone, Us, and Get Out is happening here? But the truth is, this woman of color wanted a book deal, so she made buddies with this non-person of color who has the connections for this publication company, who don't care who you are, where you're from, and all of those things. But anyways, come to find out, this woman of color then had to retract a lot of her information online of things because her mentors, including this non-person of color and this man who is a predator, was sexually assaulting people, and she had to go online and apologize and go, "Well, no, I'm no longer affiliated." But baby, you were when you didn't. You were when you didn't have any issues selling out your people, right? Zakia, it's funny you mentioned, yeah, oh no, I know people watch and they try to do the community services, but the reality is they don't have the ashe. I could give you a full recipe from my family, verbatim. If you don't have the ashe, it don't matter. You don't have a relationship with Haijan, it don't matter. It really doesn't. Sounds about white. um, this Lipton's is popping. I'm just saying, Queen, if you petition for if what you petition for cannot go in the Mojo ban, should you write it on a piece of paper and put, yes, you can write it on a piece and put it in there, or just speak it directly into your space. Mama sees the plane. Hey lady. I'm well. How you doing? Girl, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm live right now on the YouTube. Listen, no, it's fine. Reach out to you yesterday. But I knew that you had to go to the wait and everything, right? Oh, okay. I was a day off. All right. So, anyways, yes, I'm gonna call you as soon as I have a moment to, okay, and we'll catch up. All right, bye dear. Y'all, when I tell you life is life and right now, ever since that day that I went live and I told y'all I had to keep my phone on, if y'all only knew. Oh, if only you knew. Um but yes, so and that's the thing about it. And a lot of people go, Queen, you're just don't like these people. No, I love you all more than I like them. So yes, I'm going to make sure that you all are set straight. Now whether you listen to me or not, that's on you. But I'm gonna give it to you how it is. I've done research after seeing your conjuring a storm service name, and I came to know it must be your ashe because Hoodoo practitioners say if you want to conjure a storm spirit, it must be your ashe because Hoodoo practitioners say if you want to conjure a storm, spirit would conjure a storm in. I don't know if you finished your in your life. No, I whipped up a storm yesterday. Um, I'm gonna have to borrow that journal. Can you give someone examples of a personal item that can go in a mojo bag? Yes, personal items that can go into an emojo bag. So, say for example, you say, "I want a quick tax return." You go ahead and print out a little bit of your IRS W-2 or 1099 or whatever else. You put it in there. All right, hi John, I need this court situation to be settled. You go ahead right now or take a piece of that of your document with the judge's name on it or the prosecutor, etc. You place that into um, your mojo bag. Hi John, I really want to make sure that I succeed with this business and I want this property. So you take a little bit of the dirt from the property you want, you place that in your high John bag. So you take something that's going to target what you want. Okay? So the item does not have to be a physical item. It does not have to be. If you got the voice of tongue, because High John is lit, he's there with you. Tell him what you want. Tell him exactly what you want. But you have to speak it into that bag. And then you have to knot it up. Good morning, Diana. Karen has a question regarding the example of personal items that overlook. I just answered that. I think personal like hair, fingernails, etc. It could be anything to link that. Um, Queen, in the Zoom, you communicated how you wanted white bread from me. Should I do fancy bread or regular white bread or sliced bread? That is on you. But for us, traditionally growing up, the more the value, the better, the stronger the results. I learned the hard way when I purchased a cheap goat for a ceremony once. It was my first time. Um, please set us straight. I have met some of these people and they aren't the truth and they don't have anything or nothing. Um, to get a house, can we write the address? I would go get the dirt. I would actually go pee in the yard and go get the dirt. I just rewatched a clip of you talking about asking about readiness, and right after the hydrants, um, about asking for readiness, and right after the hydrant service, I got offered a major opportunity. Congratulations! I conjure. Do you think starting out in Hoodoo young is efficient? I've started young, but I don't want to stop if I've gained a decent amount. Um, could you ask that differently? Aizon, starting out young and obtaining knowledge, etc. Oh, we have Marquise in the house. Hello, Marquise. How are you doing?
Hi, Queen. I am super, super happy to be here. It's a beautiful day outside. It's raining. It's foggy. It's kind of like twilight,
Hmm.
but you know, not as white around here, which I love
Yes,
that. And I have the classic fire going on, so I couldn't
yes,
be happier being here right now. I've just been listening, observing, and taking all my notes and stuff like that per usual. So I'm happy.
yes. Do you have any questions?
I actually did have one question.
Hmm.
So I was going through my Queen of Spades book, and I just like to look back at it every now and again because it's just a spring full of knowledge. And I was wondering because I saw like some of the workings inside of the book include using High John. And the High John that I received, like it came in like in multiple pieces inside of the Mojo. And I was wondering, does all of it have to stay in there, or could I use like, like a piece or two for another working?
Oh no, all of that has to stay in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Otherwise, everything that you asked for will be removed.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Thank you.
Yes. Yes. And also, you may think there are multiple pieces, but there's multiple different herbs and roots in there. So
Mm,
it should be whole, but there
okay,
are multiple herbs and roots in there. Yes.
got you. Well, thank you so much for clarifying that. Didn't, I didn't even consider that possibility, so I really appreciate you clarifying that for me.
Yes. No worries here. That's what I'm here for. So we also have, oh, well, Tanisha disappeared. Okay. Well, um, let's then, so what I'm going to do is, so that we're not holding up space here, I'm going to remove you guys from the, um, from the stage here, unless another question is asked. Okay. So I think. Oops, oops, oops. Oh no, we don't want to do that. Ah, voila, voila. All right, all right. So let me get right into this space here. Queen, do you have any info for protection outside the home? I need protection from customers and my I need protection from customers and my bosses. So you can always again walk with protection oil in your shoes, bay leaves in your shoes, those kind of things are just great general options. Making sure that you are protecting your head and your feet um, are all important things to consider when it comes to protecting yourself. Also, walking with reflective objects makes a difference as well. And that will also be good. But if it's very specific in your bosses and your customers, and you know who your customers or your bosses, and you know who your bosses are, do protection work specifically around them. You can also do domination work over them too by taking something of theirs and placing it under the left sole of your shoe. And that way they cannot affect you, but you can affect them. Okay? Yes, Marquise is always setting a mood with a fire. Absolutely, I agree. I would have my things on, but I am operating by myself today. And so I was like, it's more important for me to just get in here and talk to the people than the fire, you know, chestnuts roasting on an open fire and whatnot. Hi, Queen. What do you recommend? What do you recommend the obstacle I am going through? All right, so let's bring you people in. Okay, so I've unmuted you, Petter.
Yeah, excuse me, yeah. So I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so I did ask the question about if I can put the address of the property that I want in the bag. Um, thing is, the property that I want, it it has surveillance. Like I've been able to drive by it, but there's so many cameras I can't stop and take grass or anything. Um, Is it like once the hydron bag is tied, is it just done? I can't put
Oh no,
any
it's
more.
done. Once it's tied, it's done for a year.
Okay. So, being that that is done, if the bag is ever seen and I need to use the oil, do I have to put what was in the bag in the oil, or do I have another chance to try and see if I can get some of the dirt from
You
the
can, but
property?
you absolutely can't. Honestly, it doesn't matter if there's surveillance. Can you walk by the property?
I it's it's difficult to do.
Do
Pretty
you want the
much
property or no?
I do.
Then walk by the property, drop your keys in the grass. As you pick up your keys, pick up some grass.
Okay, so I can get the grass too. It doesn't have to just be
Grass,
the dirt.
it can be the dirt. As long as you have anything from that space that can go up under your nail, is all that matters.
Okay.
You can go, oh my goodness, I found this cute little marble. Or if you drop a marble or whatever else, and it takes you, you drop a couple of coins, and that's gonna give you more time to pick up more dirt.
Okay, so question. So,
Yeah,
when I do that, can I just put that in the oil? Like, is it a certain thing as having two working at one time, or do I just need to hold on to that?
I would just hold on to it because what you put in that bag is really what's gonna matter most.
Okay.
Um, if you lose your bag, if someone touches your bag, then you have that other opportunity. But honestly, if you want that property, listen, when you wake up in the morning, your first pee, collect some of your urine, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Put it in a little jar.
Okay.
Go out to that property, walk by, drop your keys, and when you do, pour out your piss.
Okay.
And
want to
that
try
way,
to do that because I remember the property you were saying that your uncle has, and I'm like, you know what? How am I gonna get to this place and pee? I've been thinking of so many
so
scenarios. If
you
I could
can't.
just sit in the front of the yard.
Yeah, but see, that's how. But honestly, I know this sounds crazy, y'all. But if you go in my hometown, because Hoodoo is so heavy, you will see people literally just get out of their car, go in the front yard, and pop a squat. I lie to you not. I lie to you not. And so, and I think I don't. I think I still have a video, in my phone. Just even like here in Mobile, woman got right out her car, walked right to my neighbor's yard, popped a squat, front yard.
All right. I'm gonna have to get it because I've been keeping the property basically on the market. The people that's been moving in haven't been staying.
Mhm.
So, I mean, the little things that I've been doing so far has been working to keep it available. But like, I'm just at a point where it's like, you know what? I want this now.
Mhm. So here's the thing about it. You want it now. You peeing on the ground, urinating on the dirt,
Hmm.
makes it yours.
Okay.
However, you still have to do the work to get it. So it's not just because it's sitting there waiting does not mean that, okay, well, it's just going to just stay there always and forever. Because if
Right.
someone goes right behind you and tinkle on top of it, or they remove the dirt or whatever situation, then it's back
Hmm.
on the market. So what are you doing on the mundane level to make that happen?
Well, I'm trying to get this money in because the price of the house, I I want it cash. So, you know, I don't want to go in to make payments. I just want to buy the house outright. And the work that I'm doing is keeping it under a certain threshold.
Hmm.
And I see that that is actively happening. I see the things in the market going down. The price that they wanted before, it also went down online. So it's like
Hmm.
I see that it's keeping the price down. I see like it'll go pending, then it'll go back on the market. And last year, someone moved in. I did another conjure on top of that, and now that person is selling it. And it hasn't even been, I don't even think they were in there for 3 months. But I'm just, every time I see something happen on it, I'll do something else. And I see that work, but it's like, I need this cash influx to get it outright. So
I
I'm
hear
working
you.
on,
So here's my thing though. I'm gonna just give it to you straight.
okay.
I know what you want to do.
Hmm.
I get what is most ideal. But if someone pops around and has a little bit more eye shade than you do, it could be gone. So you may not want to um go into any form of debt, and you may want to purchase it outright. But my thing is, I would rather have a little debt and have what I want than not have it at all because you are waiting for the perfect case scenario.
Yeah. Well, I would, at this point, I would need something to, if I was to purchase it at the price that it is right now, the monthly payments are basically what I'm making monthly. Like, like, I can't, I'm not going to even put that in the air that I can't afford it. But right now, I won't necessarily be approved to pay for that house monthly because the monthly mortgage, the insurance is just,
Have you worked on your credit?
I'm working on my credit now. My credit is okay. I paid off a few things and now I just have two things I'm working on this year.
Are you building your credit though? Because a lot of people think just paying off things builds your credit. Are you building your credit?
Yes, I'm building my credit.
Okay.
I have a
So I'm
pretty
gonna
good. credit line, but some things that happened a few years ago, it I was in a place where I had to pretty much put everything on credit. And now I'm in a different financial situation. So I'm
Mhm.
able to pay a few things down and open up some more credit, avenues. But, even with that, at the paywall that I'm at now, it would still not be enough to finance the house.
Yes, and so what I'm saying, I'm not saying so much in the space of a line of credit. What I'm more concerned, what I'm saying is this: if you had a high credit score, 800s, 850, or whatever else like that,
Hmm.
your interest rates will be lower. Your mortgage will be a lot lower, more than likely, and those kind of things. So making sure that you do that, and a really easy way to help you do that is to get a secure credit card.
You
And if you,
know,
mhm,
I have that, and just to be transparent, this house that I want, it's sitting right at 1.1 million.
mhm.
So the down payment, even at the 3.5% down payment, it's a bit much. So I
Mhm.
would still have to have some type of
Is this your
money to
first
have.
house?
Yes, this will be my first
Okay.
one.
So let me tell you something. I'm gonna just get
Okay.
just on a personal, mundane situation here.
Okay.
Buy another house first.
You know,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
okay.
gonna tell you why. The house you think you want first normally isn't. I can attest to that. Um, and so you will have a second house, even if you think this is the dream house, perfect scenario, etc. The second house normally is the dream house. The first house is really to get yourself underway. Also, too, understand that if you get another house and you can build equity and all of those things, you can use that house that you have for 2 or 3 years to then use that money for your down payment.
Yes, I wish someone had that conversation with me about 4 years ago, because when I was putting down on a house, my partner was not as motivated as me. So it was just me going in on my income with two kids, and it was extremely hard. The ones that I wanted, someone always outbought me. And
Mhm,
then we had this whole, market crash. Well, the market went up. The house that I wanted, that I could have bought for 185,000, that house is sitting at about 380 right now. It
mhm,
and down here in Florida, not to disclose where I'm at, but down here, the property, like, you will spend $500,000 on what we consider a matchbox house, the little
mhm,
small ones.
mhm.
So it's like, we can't even fit in one
Yeah.
of the houses that I can afford right now.
Yes.
So, it's just, I've just been putting a lot of work in getting my income up, which that came up. I'm still working on getting that higher. I'm still working on, just something that I can put,
I'll put it to you
you
this
know?
way as well, and my dad taught me this in the 7th grade or 8th grade, I think it was 7th or 8th grade. It doesn't matter that you have $1,000,000 in your pocket. If your credit is bad, it doesn't matter. Even
Right.
if you get buy even if you outright buy the house, if the house need improvements and those kind of things, you're gonna have to have a certain line of credit somewhere, in some way, to some capacity or whatever. The best
Right.
thing to do, honestly, is buy a house. So whatever the down payment is for this house needs to be, if it's like $300,000, buy
Mhm.
you a house that's $200,000, okay? Over the course of 2 to 3 years, make improvements on it so that the property value goes up. Make sure you purchase in an up and coming neighborhood, not one that is already solidified, but definitely maybe gentrified, do that. So then by the time 2 or 3 years from that point, you then have a house that's worth 400, $500,000 that you can then use that money to get your $1 million house. Okay.
Okay, I got it.
I promise you, it's a process. Respect the process and honor it, and you'll be good to go. And it happens a lot quicker than you think. I promise you.
All right, I'm a sea queen. I probably need to, with the state of the properties here, where I'm at, I have been looking in other
Hmm.
states
Hmm.
to, at least I would say like purchase something in another state, rent
Hmm.
it out, wait for the property to increase, and
Hmm.
then sell. Because it's so bad. I've even been looking in Alabama, plots of land in
Hmm.
Alabama to just hold on to, because it's just the stuff that we have down here.
I
It's
understand.
ridiculous.
I
It's
understand.
ridiculous.
Well, I hope that I've helped this morning.
Yes.
You're so welcome. All right, so let's jump right into Tanisha. Oh
Magical
no, I
family.
removed her. Hello, how are you?
I am well. I am going to keep this short and be respectful of everyone's time. I DM'd you. I don't know if you had a chance to check your DMs. It was
No.
on Instagram. I just need the address to the shop so that I can send out my situations for December.
Okay, got you. No worries. Um, I will put it right below.
Yeah, because I'm sure we all need to send you some things. We just
Yes.
need to
Oh,
know where to send it.
trust and believe me. I know that some of you all are like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? The 8th is
Yeah.
already passed. The 17th is coming up, and the 26th.
Mhm.
You know. Um,
Yeah.
um, and I will have another discussion. I may do a live on that. I don't know that I actually will, but we'll see about it. Um, Howard, Mobile, Alabama 3660.
And also, since I have
Yeah,
the stage and while you're putting in the address, earlier you mentioned appropriator in her books and whatnot. I was curious to know because I have all of your books. I love them. Whenever someone wants to know about an authentic hoodoo book, Queen of Spades and Mama Mojo, or either Bad Medicine, it's a lot I'm pulling out. Long story short, and
mhm.
they're all authored by you. As a plant girly, I am anxiously looking forward to seeing, if a plant I lie or herbalism book, if you'll be releasing something along those lines in the future. Just
I
wanted to
promise
see
you,
if there are any publications. Oh,
I have a cover ready. We have an outline ready. But as I was saying earlier, the issue, you know what? Okay. I got it. That's fine. So here's, I'm gonna tell you my mundane mind goes on the business front. On a business front, my mind goes, I'm almost exhausted with putting out hoodoo books because um it's so oversaturated by all appropriators. And when I say all appropriators, I mean um yes, Bill Alabama 36601. I think it's that. So anyways, I just got message that it would be better if y'all sent your items to the PO box that I just put below. Um when you are available, when are you when are your available hours for the new shop? It's all by appointment only right now. So you have to purchase an appointment and you can come by any time that we are open from 2 until 6, Tuesday through Thursday. Um, can we just have mundane advice lives? That was healing. Absolutely. I will bring in my accountant, my realtor. I will bring in different people to talk taxes, um, all kinds of things because we got to have those conversations without a doubt. I would love to just do that. I mean, maybe that'll be on my personal page. Um, but I put two things. The market is oversaturated, but I only found your space because I was looking for a good book as reference. So, anyways, so the market is oversaturated. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, "Psh, I'm just over it because my Hoodoo books are dropping the bucket. But you know what? I just discovered all of like, what, 2.5 minutes ago, if even that long, is my book isn't for the market. My books are not for the market. My books are for you guys. So for that reason, I will get back on that book and you all will have that. Um without a doubt. I will say this though. I will say this. The Hoodoo Tarot de la Nive, the literature that you're going to get with that, it doesn't break down. It doesn't break down medicine, but you do walk away with like almost, I want to say almost 80 different spells in that book as well. So I'm super excited for you guys to have that. And so, but no, I will get back on this. I need to finish this project and then I will get on that. I'm gonna take a little break and then I'll get on the next one. um
Thank you, Queen. I did
you,
have another question.
yes,
Sorry, because I
you're
didn't think I
fine.
was gonna have this many questions, but they're fast.
Mhm.
Um, Fat. So those of us that went to the work and ritual weekend, we know where Fet's gonna be. Um, I'm trying to get the logistics squared away for me. You know, when I leave, I gotta plan two vacations, one for me and one for freaking Frat. So I'm just trying to get that together. And you're a freaking Frat, and I'm talking. Hush. Um, I wanted to know about overnight arrangements, sleeping arrangements for Fat. Is this something
So
that we need to
s-
pursue independently, or
no,
okay?
actually, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be honest with everybody. There will be. I'm gonna first. I have to do this, and I have to be loyal. So I hope everyone understands. I already have housing arrangements, limited housing arrangements for institute students and alumni, and I'm going to reach out to you guys via our groups to see if you all are interested. I will give you all a limited time to reserve your space. If those spaces are not reserved in that due time, spaces will be open to the public. So, why am I doing it that way? Here's the reason why. First and foremost, I know that everybody here trusts me. M- More of you here know me than I know you. That being said, I know that the Institute students would not mind lodging together because they also know each other. But bringing in people that are not in the Institute or isn't well aren't well known may be like okay, may be odd for you, may be odd for them. So I want to try to create things that are very copacetic for everybody first and foremost, so that everyone is comfortable and trusting. Because again, I know a lot of people right now operate with, "Ooh, I don't know, I don't do da 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 da." Um, and let me just say this very clearly, you guys. When I tell you the level of personal things I'm going through right now are so next level, you wouldn't even believe it. I hope that I can get those things online and to everyone within this up and coming week. Give you all a respected time to reserve if you're interested in reserving. And then probably the the 1st of January or the middle of January, I will open those spaces up to the public. I'm depending on the amount of availability, I will probably vet people and divine to see where you should go regarding which cabins, etc. Um, so
Thank you, Queen.
you're so welcome. Speaking of institute, is it something that if we are accepted, we have to attend in person? Yes, you absolutely have to attend the Conjure Fed in person, and your graduation. And there are very good reasons why. Otherwise, you would be drugged to Mobile, like some students, even over a year. What are your thoughts about picking up Haitian Hoodoo? Um, well, my book, Haitian Hoodoo, Wanga or Wanga Haitian Hoodoo, educate yourself. There is no reason, y'all listen, education is is free to everybody. Everyone should be educating themselves on everything. Um and so yeah, so definitely educate yourself. It doesn't matter if you are African, because here's the thing about it. If you're African American, why would you be interested in Haitian voodoo at all either? You're not Haitian. You are a person of color, but because you're a person of color does not make you Haitian. Even if you all came from the same place, your experiences here in America are different than they are in Haiti. Um, so there's that. So for example, I am an African American of French descent here that do what I do. My Haitian book is written by a Haitian, not by me. But you absolutely have the ability to educate yourself. Educate if you are a person of color, you should be educating yourself on Wanga, on I Ching, on Strega, on Kimbois, in Gris Gris, in cunning work, which is British folk magic. You should educate yourself in every way. And just because you're educated does not mean that you are participating. All right. A lot of you all gonna end up really messing yourselves up by no, 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 no. And I will tell y'all this as well. I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna have to get out of here because my editor is waiting on me. Um, Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go, and we'll do another Hoodoo Q&A next week, more than likely, perhaps. That way we can knock out some more of these questions. Um, and I bring this up, a lot of people really want to get very tight around the way about this is African American, this is African American, this is African, this is African, Wakanda forever, 99.9% of your readers out here are using tarot. Tarot is European. Started as an Italian card game, turned French divination. Everything from the full fundamentals and foundation of tarot is European. It doesn't matter that you call the people chocolate. It's still European. And so at any given point in time, there's like we have to stop this. You can't read this, you can't educate yourself. Absolutely educate yourself. But the moment you say, "Oh, I'm a hoodooizon. I am I can teach you traditional hoodoo. I can teach you tradition. I am black. I can't teach you Wanga. I cannot teach you Wanga. Okay? I cannot teach you Kimboa. I can teach you Hoodoo. I can teach you Grigri. I can teach you Obia. It is also culture. It's not just knowledge. But the very moment that you begin to be an authoritative figure in a culture that you are not a part of, you are appropriating. That is cultural appropriation, not racial appropriation. When you begin to take leadership in a culture that you're not a part of, that is appropriation. When you are speaking to or manufacturing for a culture that you're not a part of, this is appropriation. Okay? Haitian hoodoo is Wanga. Wanga is Haitian folk magic. A lot of people are like, oh, they put voodoo on me. Nope, that's the same thing as saying, oh, they put Christianity or Methodist on me or Christianity on me. You can't put religion on nobody. Okay? But there is Haitian magic called Wanga. And we have a book here that is written by Queen Mother de Botidizier that is on Haitian Wanga. Education is open. Education is open to everybody. I don't got to tell you that hoodoo is closed. Hoodoo is ancestral, and I know that you cannot access my ancestors. So me telling you it's closed don't matter when I know you cannot access my blood. And hoodoo is not initiatory. It is not a religion to any capacity. And if anyone says that it is, they're scamming you. They're scamming you, and they are preying on you. Wanga is not initiatory. No, it is Haitian folk magic. It's just magic. It's just magic. All right. Um, thank you. So for people, not students. All right, everyone. I do have to go. I appreciate you guys. Um, if you can't make it to the Fed in person, but you can virtually, can you still apply and possibly? Oh, no, 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 no. Only once you have been accepted into the institute, you have to come to a Conjure Fed in person. You don't have to come to a Conjure Fed first to to apply to be a student of the institute. No. So you can do it virtually this year. That's perfectly fine. And then next year, if you are a student, you have to come in person in 2025. All right. So y'all be blessed. Y'all take it easy. I had a follow-up question about money working. You can absolutely book a 10-minute consultation if you like. Otherwise, y'all have a blessed one. Hoodoo is not a religion. It is not a religion. I am the queen of my lineage of Hoodoo, Obia, and Grigri. Is not a religion. Okay? It is a method of magic. It is a method of magic, of folk magic. You all, a religion requires a foundation of devotion and not just devotion, but also commitment. Who are you committing to? What divine entity are you committing to in hoodoo? Nobody. There's no gods, there's no goddesses. It's not a religion. Okay. More on top of that, ethics. There are life ethics. Religions provide ways to live by. Hoodoo does not have a code of conduct, a reglement, or commandments to tell you that this is how to live. It is magic. It is pure magic. But people want to make it religious. Why? Because they cannot decolonize themselves. It has to be religion. Why? Because you got to have a leader. It has to be a religion. Why? Because you got to have a congregation. It has to be a religion. Why? Because it has to be a business to scam you out of your money. When you get initiated in voodoo, you got somebody to you have an obligation to a loa. When you have a commitment to the loa, the commitment to the voodoo spirits, when you are initiated as a Christian, as a baptism, you are then obligated to Christ, to the Abrahamic God. The same when it comes to Ifa or any form of Yoruba worship. There is an Orisha or Orishas that you go by, and you have the Odu to follow. You have the commandments to follow. Give me the 5 commandments of Hoodoo. I'll wait. There's not one. All right, you guys, I've been so disrespectful to my editor. I'm so late. Um, so anyways, you guys, I will speak to you all later. You all be blessed. It's not a lifestyle. Hoodoo's not a lifestyle. You can't live hoodoo. It's not a lifestyle. It is a method of magic. How do you live hoodoo? No, it's a method of magic. It is a method of magic that is heavily um recognized in the African American diaspora, is what it is. But because people don't know the difference between hoodoo, tradition, and customs, everybody think it's just hoodoo. So we live it, and that's not the case. Me sweeping a particular kind of way with no um with me sweeping a particular kind of way is a custom that we do. Ancestor veneration is a custom that we do. Depending on wearing white in spiritual spaces is a custom that we do. Head wraps is a custom. That's not hoodoo. Eating black eyed peas and collard greens, that's not hoodoo. Those are customs. But you can use those things in magic. That is hoodoo. It's a whole thing. All right. Don't let the boo head get under your skin, my baby. All right. Y'all have a blessed one. I am off to continue to work. Bye bye.